Okay, it being 6 o'clock, I'm gonna open the meeting of Board of Selectmen at the police station. And I'd like everybody to stand up and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So Jason is out this week. He's been in California working, so I get the duty of running the meeting. So I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Do we have any minutes?
We don't have any minutes.
No minutes? That one's done, that was quick. A motion to approve the warrants. School elementary student activity number 1062 for $7,000. General number 1061 for $467,821.06. Payroll number 24, $340,348.37. And school number 1060 for $59,843.28. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Financial items. We have requests for transfer, Town Beach, Conservation, and Water Departments. So I looked at these earlier, and it seems like they're interdepartment transfers. For the Water Department, it's one count. Do you want to do all three, and then we'll approve them?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
The amount requested is $1,000 in the Water Department, coming from system improvement, going to the Water Department vehicle expense, and the reason is for higher gas prices. So that's the Water Department one. This is for
Also water.
the water also, $10,000 coming from the Water Department system improvement and going to the Water Department electricity expense, and is for increase in electricity costs. This one is for conservation. It's for $105 from conservation training expense to conservation other expense. And the reason is to cover supply purchase shortage from Kim George.
For $105. I don't know
$105.
if you said that.
Oh, I don't know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This one is for the Town Beach. The amount requested is $250 from the Town Beach purchase of services to the Town Beach electricity. And it's because higher than normal electric bills. So I would entertain a motion to approve those four.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye. Oh. First, if you want.
You're up.
Alrighty.
All set?
Yep. Yeah. I can listen.
So in old business, we have an ARPA funds recommendation, and we got this recommendation for the town to put aside $400,000 to get a town administrator, and we talked about this last week down at the town offices. And we're still up in the air on what's going on. We decided kind of to allow up to $200,000 for 1 to 2 years. And I was thinking maybe to have a part-time administrator instead of a town manager. The town manager would take power away from the Board of Selectmen So the administrator would be working for the Board of Selectmen to be interdepartmental, more like a liaison or somebody that's gonna coordinate things between the departments. That's my thoughts. We haven't talked about that. It came to me, as I was writing things
Right.
down.
But I think we voted last week for
200,000
200,000,
Up to 200,
yeah.
for the town
And
administrator.
then creating a search committee.
correct.
And that search committee would give us the recommendation.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to wait until Jason gets back until we actually do that. And, we need him anyway to form the committee. Also, ARPA funds are non-recurring. So if we use those to do this experiment or whatever we're calling this, after the ARPA funds are depleted, there won't be money to keep this position going unless said person gets all kinds of grants to pay for his or her employment position. So I was thinking on the terms, and this is just me down the road, we'll have to talk about it, of doing something part-time that isn't benefits eligible. We still have to decide on what the function is actually gonna be. So I would wait until Jason gets back, until we make any further decisions on this.
Yeah, and I think I would just, because there was a group of us that met with the Brookfield Town Administrator
Yep.
last Tuesday, and she gave us all kinds of great information. So I guess I would just request that some of those folks be invited to the meeting where we have the discussion so that we're able to have, a knowledge-based discussion
Yep.
where we've already gotten a lot of this
Yep,
information.
they're all open meetings, so anybody
Yeah.
can come. And I've been talking to some people in Brookfield, and they're not happy with the person that they have in place. So it's this and that. So if we can just let this go until Jason gets back.
Yeah,
And we'll-
that's fine. And the only other piece that I want to clarify is that the ARPA committee has verified that we can use ARPA funds for this
Yep,
purpose.
Yep.
So it is legal, we're able to use it. We got your information, Joanne, so I just wanted to speak to that and acknowledge that we got this and that we do have authority to do that.
and also the ARPA committee was formed to be a advisory committee.
Yes,
They don't have
absolutely.
any authority to have us do anything. So, that being said, we'll go to accept the amended open space guidelines. Do you want to read those?
Sure.
I read them last time.
Yeah, we-
and there were a few additions.
And we were missing a bunch of
Yeah,
it, so,
it looks
okay.
like they've got it set now, so.
Town-owned open space public use rules and regulations. These rules do not apply to town-owned property that is in active use and already have rules in place, such as the common, rail trail, and town forest park, etc. These rules may also be modified on a site-by-site basis. 1. No cutting or taking of wood, stone, or any other materials or resources from the town-owned open space, except by permission of the governing authority. 2, no building of structures, temporary or permanent. Any such structures shall be removed immediately. In areas where hunting is permitted, tree stands may be placed a week before the start of hunting season and must be removed within a week after the conclusion of hunting season. 3, no dumping of trash or any other debris, including wood, brush, or leaves. No littering, carry in, carry out. 4, no alcoholic beverages carried into or consumed on the property. 5, no overnight camping or campfires or fires of any kind except by permission of the governing authority. 6, access permitted half hour before sunrise until half hour after sunrise. 7, sunset. Thank you. That would be a really short period of time. 7, all dogs must be leashed and any droppings are to be removed from any trail or pathway. 8, no furniture, chairs, benches, and the like are to be left in such parcels except as authorized by the select board or committee responsible for the care of such spaces. 9, no unauthorized motor vehicles of any kind. 10, It shall be the responsibility of persons wishing to travel on any town-owned property to be aware of the limits and boundaries of said property and not intrude onto private property. That's that.
Do we need to vote to accept that? Or
Yep.
I think we do, yeah.
Did we do it last time, or we just amending last?
Vote to accept the amended guideline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to accept the amended guidelines for town-owned open space, public use rules and regulations?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion?
Nope.
Good to go. All in
They're very
favor?
thorough. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brandon, for putting those together.
Twice.
Twice.
We have an appointment to the Cultural Council. Nancy Vator Waldron, is she here? You're here? Okay. You want to be on the Cultural Council? Can you tell us something about yourself?
Sure. I'm relatively new to North Brookfield. I moved here about 2 years ago. I live on Gilbert Street, and I have children who are artists. One is studying art at UMass Dartmouth, and I'm interested in bettering the town in general. And I think that this is a nice way to bring culture and the arts to support that in the town. I work full-time. I'm an accountant. I have an IT background. I have education and all that other good stuff. And I enjoy the town.
Nice.
All right, anybody else?
Anybody?
I would make a motion to accept her application to be on the Cultural Council, Nancy Vator Waldron.
So moved.
Second.
Thank
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Where are we signing?
The bottom,
Where it says
you're
BOS.
acting as the chair tonight,
Chair.
Oh,
so.
gee whiz, sorry.
Thank you.
Alrighty, on the new business, appointments to Parks and Recreation Committee. We received 5 people.
6, Ethan put one in, but he indicated in his email that he wants more of like an advisory role, just what's in there.
You can be a volunteer,
Yep.
I guess. So, we're creating a new Parks and Recreation Committee to take care of the town park on West Brookfield, the town beach, what we can in East Brookfield, and what was the other one, Tara?
Playground.
Common.
Town,
Oh.
I said the town forest.
The
Common.
playground.
Oh, the playground, all right, sorry, playground I missed. All right, so we have Jamie Gilman, who's here. He's been active. He's on the Town Forest Park Committee already. Brandon Avery, who's been very active with myself, doing a bunch of projects. Michael Hinckley, he's been active with the Town Forest, I believe, and he's here. Michelle Thayer is already on the Beach Committee. She's had a little bit of trouble with these Brookfield people, but she's sticking it out. She's not here tonight. She works Tuesday night, but I think we all know her, and she was at the office last week.
Yep.
So we're all familiar with Michelle. She worked, I think she's still on the COA at the senior center, and she's very good at what she does. And we have Tara Hayes, and Tara would be for the administrative role, doing the bookwork, with billing, and coordinating, and all that other stuff. So I think that's the 5. I would entertain a motion to put these 5 on the Parks and Recreation Committee.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
And anybody else that wants to volunteer for any of these parks, I know Joey Holloway has a crew down there. I have a rail trail crew over here and a little park crew. And there are still guys that want to volunteer for the playground. So if anybody is interested in helping out the newly created Parks and Rec Committee, get a hold of Tara. She can get you signed up as a volunteer. And then the guys and herself can get you involved in timing, scheduling. The lawns have to be mowed at certain times. Parktown on the West Brookfield Road. You can fill them all in, but there's a lot of maintenance to these areas that need to be done, and that's what we're gonna rely on the volunteers for. And these guys will help to coordinate and do some of the work also with the clearing and cutting. So that being said, we welcome your volunteerism
Oh, yes.
for the parks.
And everyone who's been appointed, make sure you come and visit me to get sworn in.
Yes.
Tara likes to swear at people, or swear in people, sorry.
So you too, Nancy, for Cultural Council.
So what do I do?
You go to the town clerk office and you get sworn in.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to go?
Heading out?
You gotta go back to your other job?
Yes.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you. Hey, Brooke, can you?
Yes, I will. Okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Let's go to you. Stick 'em.
It's okay.
We have a request for resources from Erica Voling. Is that right? Volings. Oh, there's no S, okay. To use Doan's Pond for their wedding ceremony.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Beautiful spot up there.
Yeah.
You've checked with the water department. I think it says here that, on the back, that you're all set with them.
Yes,
Are you just asking us for our blessings too?
absolutely.
I think we can give you our blessings, and it's a beautiful spot. Are they opening the gate so you can get up in there? You're going up in the back?
They did say that they were gonna open the gate. I plan on being 300 feet from the gate, so before the tree line is to the back, right around that area. And just right along the lake, set up about 40 chairs
Okay.
and just have a wedding. A wedding
Nice.
ceremony.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, right?
Have the kids bring the fishing poles?
They can fish the whole time, sure. Keep them preoccupied.
Any food or anything coming in, or are you doing
No.
that somewhere else, just to have the
Just
ceremony?
the ceremony there, it should last about, hopefully, less than 40 minutes. I
Okay.
don't think people wanna sit that long. And then leave to go have the reception elsewhere.
Okay, and just schedule it with the water department, they'll get you fixed up with the gates and whatnot. What time are you doing? 3?
3 o'clock?
Set up at 2, start time at 3? Okay, so I would entertain a motion to give her permission to have her wedding at the Doan's Pond area.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You gonna date these, Ashley?
Yes,
I didn't put
I'll
the-
handle all that.
Are you living in town, Erica? You
I
live-
used to live here
Okay.
for a couple of years, and then my family got bigger, and then I found a bigger spot in Spencer.
Okay, but you like the area, so you wanna,
I used to visit there weekly and just spend some time and just take in how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
So I love the nature and I loved it there. It was very peaceful, and I was hoping that I could do it, and I'm so grateful that I can.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
thank
yeah,
you.
cool, thank you. We have a application for a one-day liquor license from the North Brookfield Fire Department, Chief Hallway, 56 School Street, at the fire station, and it's for the pay night supper, I believe, which they do every year, from 6 to 11, and they have it right over at the firehouse, and they're asking for permission for a one-day liquor license. So I'd entertain a motion to give them permission for that.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye. sign.
Multiple signatures.
Oh, okay.
Just on the bottom, Ash?
Yep.
There we go.
So we have a request for a one-day liquor license. See you later. From Arthur Dion at the Stars and Stripes, which I believe is the VFW on 11 Maple Street, North Brookfield. Excuse me, they're gonna have a gathering outside the parking, at the outside parking lot, a barbecue and a liquor license, and that's from 12 to 2 p.m.
12 to 9.
12 to 9 p.m., sorry.
Yep.
They're also asking for a one-day, when is that?
July 1st.
So that's July 1st.
No, first one is May 28th, sorry.
May 28th, okay,
12 to 9 is the barbecue, and then customer appreciation, July 1st,
okay.
also 12 to 9.
Same place.
Yep.
Same people, Stars and Stripes. And that's 12 to 9, customer appreciation, so I would entertain a motion to, is there another one? Or just-
No, that's the
Okay.
liability.
We have their liability coverage here. So I would entertain a motion to give them the, approve the application for the one-day liquor license.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye. There's two here.
Did Jason come?
No, he
When-
stopped in and explained,
Okay, I was just a little confused on what was going on, but he's shifting money to do repairs.
yeah, so with the
These roads.
chapter 90 final state,
Sorry.
final report, he's basically uncommitting the money so that he can recommit it again, because of the huge cost increase in asphalt and gas and all that stuff. He's just gonna shuffle money around and continue work with the new chapter 90 funds, but he has to release these first so that he can get them back.
Get it back,
basically.
Got
okay,
it. Yep.
so it's more or less interdepartmental, that he's doing this. And these requests, are for the Brooks Pond Road project, Brickyard Road project, Slab City and Town Farm Road project,
And that's it.
so those three. So do we have to accept these reimbursement things, or?
Yeah, you have to vote to approve the final report.
Okay, so I'd make a motion to approve the final report for the Highway Department for these Chapter 90 funding program here to get these projects finished.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
There's three of them.
It's a power management, that's a natural gas thing?
Yes. We had a contract with Constellation for our natural gas that expires the end of May. And Constellation is no longer renewing gassing, so, Power Management is like our broker and goes out and searches for the lowest gas price possible. And she sent this today at 5 o'clock today, so this is the lowest price we can.
I was gonna say, this is new to me. This I did not see before.
Yeah, we do yearly, or not yearly, but, typically we sign a 3-year contract for, this type of thing. But she couldn't send me the contract until the very last minute before 5 o'clock, cause that's when it gets locked in, so
Okay,
it's
And-
locked in at,
.5869 per therm.
yeah, and she said in September it got up to like .9 something per therm, so this is a pretty good deal and we'll be locked in for.
so they're looking out
36
for our
months.
best interest, getting the
Yeah.
lowest rate.
Yeah.
And this is from municipal,
Municipal,
natural
yeah.
gas, the stuff we use in our buildings.
Okay.
We try to save money when we can, and this is a good thing if we're, what, 4 cents? Is that 4 cents down?
It's almost 6.
What did you say it was, 9?
Or
In
60
September,
cents.
we were locked in, so we weren't paying it, we were locked into another contract, but in September it was 9 something,
Okay.
0.9.
.9 something, and now it's down to .5 something.
0.58, yeah,
0.58.
okay, so we're, as long as we're saving money, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would entertain a motion to get into this retail sales agreement. Is it Sprague Operating Resources, is that, or is it with,
Yes, yeah, contract with Sprague Operating Resources.
okay, for our natural gas usage in the town municipal buildings? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
He needs to sign that, I'll fill out the rest.
Okay. Sign there and she'll fill out the rest. You're welcome.
We have a request for resources from the Coalition for a Healthy North Brookfield, electrical use at the playground. What is this for, Nancy? Can you?
Yeah, this is for the carnival this weekend, so Thursday through Monday. We have a game and we also have DJ that will require electricity. I don't think it was on the original request, so we just want to make sure that we have the electricity to play the game and for the DJ to have his speakers and his equipment.
Okay, the carnival doesn't have music or anything, or is this for when the carnival is not operating?
So the carnival will still be operating, but this will be just like regular dance music, Saturday and Sunday night.
Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, DJ Brian is coming to
Okay.
play some music. It's gonna be further away from where the carnival is and more towards where the vendors are and things like that.
Have you seen what the carnival did over there? They moved
I was
down to the
actually
basketball
there.
area.
So I actually have been there,
They're,
yeah.
they're all the way down because of the,
Yeah, I was
soggy
actually
grass.
there, yeah,
At the
so
move.
I work from home a couple days a week, so when they said that they were sinking, I kinda like closed everything up and ran up, to take a look, and, so yeah, they kind of switched out some of the rides.
Yep.
So they're lighter rides, and, so there'll be less damage, but we are already started pressing down on some of the ruts that were caused, but we'll make sure that, everything is smooth and there's no damage, and we've already started cleaning up some of the glass and things like that,
That was there before,
yeah,
right?
there was some vandalism, but we also didn't want, so we did kind of a clean sweep of the whole area over the past few days.
okay. Yeah.
Just to make sure that, because we noticed that kids were throwing glass bottles and breaking them up against the fences.
You kidding?
Over by the baseball field, it was really bad.
Oh, wow.
So, we just kind of picked it up, but, once the carnival goes away, we'll take a clean sweep and make sure that the grounds are.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
you'd almost
so-
wait until they get all the trucks off the grass.
Exactly.
I know it's gonna be filled in, and I talked to Jeff over there that's
Yep.
setting everything up. I
Mhm.
stopped there this morning, I was there last night too.
Thank you.
I moved a load of Greystone that was in his way over
Yep.
there. I happened to go by with my tractor,
Yep,
coming from the railroad.
thank you for doing that.
And I took care of that. Also, we'd ask that anybody going to the carnival have a good time and enjoy themselves, park where you can, and let's have when I was growing up in town, we had carnivals, not this big, but, there was always a carnival, you know, I'm not sure how many were there. Joe was right across the street, from.
My father, man. come
Oh,
on,
well, your
my
father, right, yeah, sorry. But you had to be there too. Cause we walked down, I lived up the street, and we had a good time down there. Like I said, it wasn't as big, they didn't have as many rides, but we enjoyed ourselves. So hopefully everybody, that comes to it can, enjoy themselves. And you're asking for Saturday and Sunday?
So I think the game needs the electricity Thursday, Friday, and Monday as well,
Okay.
so.
So you got 25 through 29, so that covers. yeah,
Right,
Okay,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, and if the town wants to take a meter reading before and after and do the kilowatts, we're happy to reimburse for the electricity that we use.
give us a blank check and we'll fill it out in 2 minutes. Just kidding.
Don't do that.
Gotcha.
No, and just let us know, because somebody has to go down and get things
Yep.
opened up down there. I have the
Okay.
combination to the locking stuff there, so when you're
Okay.
ready, give me a call and, one
Okay,
of
so
us-
just give you a call and let you know.
Yeah, I can go down
Okay.
and open the box and show you. There's 4
Okay.
plugs in there, that should be plenty. DJ
Okay.
Brian's aware of how it works, he's been there, quite a few times, so I would entertain a motion to give the request for resources for the common, for the 25th to the 29th for electricity, for the games and the DJ.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yep.
Sign.
I do a sign page. We have a letter of support for Townhouse Committee grant application.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sure. So this is a letter of support for the Community One Stop for Growth grant from the North Brookfield Board of Selectmen, us, and it's for the Townhouse Committee. The North Brookfield Board of Selectmen, representing the town of North Brookfield as owner of the North Brookfield Townhouse and partnering with the Townhouse Committee, have knowledge of and support for this Community One Stop application. This grant is a request to begin the first phase of construction, focusing on the essential capital improvements addressing ADA accessibility, code compliance, and fire safety. Thank you for your consideration of this grant application. If you require any additional information, please contact this office.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would entertain a motion to sign the letter of support for the Community One Stop for Growth.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
We have a request for resources for the NB Fire Department toll booth.
Oh.
That's in the back.
Yep. Got it.
Is that the next one?
No, you skipped the Pioneer
Oh,
Valley.
okay, I'm sorry. We'll do this one, we're on it
Yeah.
now. The North Brookfield Fire Department, Darren Anderson, is asking for a voluntary toll booth. Do we know where that's gonna be?
Yes, it's going to be at the intersection here of Main Street, School Street in Summer, and down in front of Hannaford's.
In the school, at Hannaford's? In the parking lot or on the island?
I think in
there?
the parking lot.
So they're asking to be able to stand in the road.
Yeah, and Chief Smith signed it, so he knows.
They'll cover for them.
Yep.
All right, they do this every year. It's a fundraiser. I believe they hold a boot, and if you're driving by, you can put some dough in the boot. Or you can make donations directly to them if you don't see the toll booth going. So I would entertain a motion to give them permission for the voluntary toll booth.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
go back to the other one. Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, town owner agreement. And this is for, was it renovations to a house?
Mm-hmm, in Brookfield.
Okay, we've been
Okay.
working with the town of Brookfield, in cooperation with the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, PVPC. Every year they have, I think, up to 12 residential houses that they have money, grant money that they can spend on houses. They go through, you get on a list, they go through the list, and whoever meets the criteria for the housing renovations, they do it. It's not taxpayer money, well, so to speak. It is taxpayer money coming through the grants. And they've done quite a few houses in town. This one happens to be in Brookfield. Preferred payment loan, is that up to $80,000?
Mhm.
Is that what that
Yep.
says? So they're willing to spend up to $80,000 on this particular property. They use all licensed guys, and from what I understand, they bring in guys who do a decent job. So I would entertain a motion to accept this agreement, I guess.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, public comment. I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes at the end of the meeting because I can, instead of just 2. But if anybody out there has a comment to make on anything, this is your time to shine.
I just had a really quick question, about the contract for the gas prices. Do you know what the previous contracted amount was?
I don't have that on me.
You don't have that?
No.
I just didn't know if it was more or less than,
I think it was less because it was done 3 years ago, so gas
Yeah.
prices were less back then.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. But if you
Okay.
stop in the office, I can probably get the information for you.
okay, cool, thank you.
And just so the public knows, we've been trying to get electrical done the same way. How long have we been in the queue for that?
For the aggregate plan for the town of North Brookfield, we've been waiting since 2019 for DPU to approve our plan.
Yeah, so we have that paperwork in.
And I think we're fourth on the list.
We're getting
so
close?
We've been
Kinda.
fourth on the list since 2019.
Oh, okay. So you can see how the bureaucracy down in Boston and whatnot does. We are active in trying to get that done.
Ann Goby and Donnie Berthium have both been involved in
Trying to get-
them
Yeah.
to move forward with stuff, and
Yeah.
it's been pretty stagnant, so.
Yeah. And I know there was a question a while back, people were asking if the homeowner or residents could get on our plan and whatever. We can't get a plan. So,
Gotcha.
and the gas thing that we just got is for municipal buildings. So anything that you would get, whether you go solar or somebody else supply us a different supplier for your electric, it's kind of on the homeowner to do that. We just don't have, we can't get a plan from them, so there's nothing to hook to, and I don't even know if they would anyway, you know, because it comes from there, and the power companies kind of have you over a barrel. It's the nature of the beast, I think, so.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yep. Brandon?
I just want to mention too that the Congregational Church's 200th anniversary, they're celebrating on Monday, Memorial Day, after the ceremonies downtown. They pre-sold chicken barbecue tickets. I'm not sure if they have any left or not, but
Yep.
they have activities going there, so combining that with what's going on in the common should be a great time in North Brookfield. And also, museum is basically open on a regular basis, Sundays 10 to 1, if anybody cares to drop by. And occasionally some other hours when I can fit them in.
if they can contact you.
Yeah,
uh,
contact me, and always by appointment too, if somebody wants to come down for something specific. So.
Yep, yep. Go down and see Brandon, he's full of information and can show you all the history and stuff of the town, so. Anybody else? Joanne?
I was just wondering, Brooke, you had said that some people from Brookfield were going to advise us on the town administrator. I was wondering, what are the qualifications? Are they from Grassroots Central of Brookfield?
No. We had a meeting with the Brookfield Town Administrator last Tuesday, and it was a public meeting. We opened it up to the departments and committees, so we had representation from folks in our offices and some boards and committees so that they could ask questions and kind of understand the position. So she made herself available and described what her position was, and then also described some variations of what an administrator could look like, because we can customize that based on our town needs. Yeah.
The other thing is, I was speaking to someone and they had suggested that, here we go again with the drag queens, that they should undergo a SORI test since they're going to be children. SORI is like CORI. But SORI is a sex offender registry information, because you want to make sure that these people are not on that. There have been times where drag queens have gone into libraries to do their reading thing, and then they found out later that they were on the sex offender registry information. So I'd like them all to undergo a SORI and find out. I'm sure the police chief could coordinate that.
So that's not required in a public space because people can voluntarily attend or not attend. It is required.
Do you know this?
Yes.
Do you know this
Yes,
about
I do.
SORI?
Yes, I do. It is required in a school system or in a place like a library where there might be ongoing, and then it's any volunteer or anybody who's around children.
Is there some objection why you don't want these people to just be,
Well, I think.
It's like checking your license when, if you've been speeding.
Sure, Joanne, sure. I just think that it's,
Rude.
no, I think that we're excluding a singular group. If you're not asking the entire organization or all of the adults on the common, then it becomes an issue of discrimination, because then you're hyper-focusing on this one group.
There are children going to be there. These people should have a SORI, go through the SORI thing. That's what the police do here.
Sure, that's what a lot of volunteers do, of course. And I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying, being that it's on public property and it's a public event that's a voluntary event where your children aren't required to go. If they're required to go to school, then yes, you absolutely have to have volunteers storied. And we do it in churches when we have children in the building, and because it's not out in the open. I mean, even though it's voluntary, we still require that in the building, but it's a little bit different when you're hosting a public event.
Well, it's because of what they're doing and what they are. I'll just run it by the police chief tomorrow, and
Sure.
if he says no SORI required, then
Sure,
that's
absolutely. Yep.
I'll ask the chief also to follow up on it. If you ask him, then I'll ask him also, so I get the correct information.
Yep.
Well, you could just ask.
Yep, well, go ahead, and then let me
Alright,
know. Maybe
I'll ask him tomorrow.
two's better than one. Joe?
To kind of go off of that, I mean, I don't know if it has to go as far as a SORI, but just a comment that you had made, Brooke, is that, nobody's singling out anybody. I mean, I've been involved in this town for a number of years. Nobody's this has always been a town that
But they are if we're requiring this particular group to get storied and not the carnival workers and not the organizers of the Pride event and not the other.
I mean, you're bringing up two different things. I mean, this is like apples. I mean, come on. I'm not going as far as SORI checks and all of that stuff, but I just don't like the fact that this, I mean, social media said it enough. I mean, people aren't being targeted. You know, if there's people out there that wanna go, that go after them, that's their problem. And, you know, they're, excuse my language, but they're a-holes for doing that. But to say that you're being targeted, nobody's targeting anybody. Nobody's targeted anybody in this town for years.
But the thing is,
If
if
this
you,
is what they wanna do, I've had this discussion, I'm sure a lot of us have, that, you know, it's all about where it is. This
the
isn't a
issue
public
is-
place, it's right in the center of town, and this
but the
places
issue,
that are appropriate
I
for
hear,
something like that, because it is adult themed.
I-
This isn't for kids.
I hear what you're saying, but the issue is, we have to have policies in place that are standardized policies for every event on the common. And if you're not gonna make it a standardized policy for every event and every adult that's gonna be in contact with children on the common, then it is targeting one group. And we've been
But this is
been
an adult
told.
show. This
well,
is an adult show.
We've been told that this is a family-friendly event where it's going to be Disney themed, and I think this has been beaten to death.
Well, I don't think Disney is that family-friendly anymore either.
I understand. Thank you
But
for answering.
we're not gonna go
Yeah.
any
You're
further
welcome.
with that. Right now, we're gonna let it go. We're not gonna change her mind. They're not gonna change our minds.
Right.
I don't believe it's gonna be a good show myself, but that's my opinion. And I don't need anybody coming after me for my opinion. We have a couple of announcements. Anybody else for public comment? Thank you for those that spoke up. We have, here's one. Please be advised that effective immediately, this is from Ashley, our administrative assistant. The deadline to submit requests for the Board of Selectmen agenda is 10 a.m. on Thursday for the following Tuesday meeting. This allows for timely posting of the agenda and for the Board of Selectmen to be able to review all items prior to the meeting. Because we always get surprised with a few extra things when we get here. Ashley has our folders made usually for Friday, so over the weekend we can pick them up and review them. So if you come in with an extra or an add-on, it's gonna have to go to the next meeting or something, because she has to post what's the agenda is and then change our paperwork and all that other stuff, and it'd just be easier for her. Is that correct, Ashley?
That's correct.
That,
Saves me a lot of time
we're not,
and papers.
we're trying to save on her work. She does, the town offices are closed Friday, although she does come in on Fridays quite a bit to get things finished up because of stuff like that. What else do we have?
They're all on the agenda too, Troy Allen, and then just the town meetings.
Okay, is there paper for Troy?
Yep, do you want me to read it?
Sure.
Troy Allen, our plumbing inspector and local business owner, went to the senior center on a Friday afternoon to fix the drains in the kitchen sink.
And he did it
Thank you.
For free.
Thank
on
you.
his own.
Oh, right, thank
Yeah,
you, yes,
yeah.
thank you,
So
Troy.
Troy's a good guy, and a lot of us in town donate our time and efforts when needed. One other thing, what is this? Oh, as I'm putting together the 4th of July celebration we're gonna have on Saturday the 1st, I contacted Hannaford's again, and we made a request for 400 hot dogs, 400 buns, mustard relish and ketchup, and I just got the paperwork back from Holly down there. They've approved our request, as they did last year and the year before. They're very generous, they always try to help out. I was concerned if they would be able to give us the 400, but they did. So thank you to Hannaford's, and everybody's invited up for a hot dog on the 1st of July that we're celebrating for the 4th of July. So that'll be on Saturday. I have DJ Bryan and I have Stan Matthews, I believe, that are gonna play. The parade will start at the firehouse and go up North Main and come down and finish at the Common. Anybody's welcome to come. If you can get some of the vets
My guess.
Yeah.
It's hard enough, it's gonna be hard enough come Monday.
Oh, I know. But that's coming up, so. Another thing is Memorial Day is coming up. Monday, they have the festivities, I believe. They have a ceremony down at the Walnut Grove Cemetery on Elm Street. I believe it's 8 o'clock. Is that when that is?
That's when that is.
And then from there, they read the names and do a salute, play taps. And then they go to St. Joseph's Cemetery on the other end of town, and they do the same thing. Do you know what time that is?
It's just after
After that,
Yeah, they
yeah.
don't schedule a time.
Usually about an hour, it goes from, we meet up at 8, the ceremony
Yeah.
itself, we go to Walnut Grove first.
Yeah.
And then we go to St. Joe's. Typically in the past, they'd had the outdoor mass. So, I mean, it's tough with timing as to when they've done that in the
Right.
past. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're doing it this year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
between both of them, it's between 8 and 9 o'clock
Yeah.
that we do both of them.
Yeah, okay. And then the parade will start at the firehouse, and I believe it'll go up Grove Street and then come
Yeah,
down
we're
North
going
Main
north.
Street, around the corner. We typically show up and we walk. I don't know if I'll be doing the walking, I might be doing the riding again, because I didn't walk very well last year. So that's, and then there'll be the celebration down at the library where they read all the names on the plaques there and put the poppies on. And then they're having the chicken barbecue across the street at the church afterwards. So, it's gonna be a regular Memorial Day celebration. If it rains, they have an abbreviated one, and we have in the Congregational Church, they open up the church for as many that can go in there, and they do all they read the names. And Jim Foyle is putting this on again. I believe this is his last, no, never mind. Thank you, Jim. So that's Memorial Day. Would you read this as the winter plowing damage mailbox policy?
Oh,
It's just
sure.
This is a policy that we made in '21 because there were issues with mailboxes, fencing, and signs, and stones. So this was a
Sure.
policy that we made for the highway department. And it's a policy, it's not in the bylaw, but it does have to be adhered to for fencing, signs, sticks, stones that you put out to delineate your property, so.
Yeah, and this is as of January 19th, 2021. The town is not responsible for damage to, repairing, or replacing private property, including but not limited to signs, vehicles, landscaping, fences, mailbox, and other structures, etc., placed within town-owned right-of-way layout. The town owns the roadside right-of-way, i.e. the land areas adjacent to the road pavement, and must retain all rights to maintain these areas for clear visibility, snow storage, runoff, and public safety or public need purposes. Mailboxes. The construction or installation of concrete, granite post, brick, block, or other unyielding or other unsafe mailboxes or other structures that pose a hazard to traffic as determined by the superintendent of the highway department within town-owned right-of-way is further prohibited by this policy. 2, the highway department superintendent shall be responsible for establishing standard requirements for type of construction and placement of mailboxes within town-owned right-of-way layout, which may reference common accepted safe practices and/or FHWA, AASHTOW, MassDOT, USPS, or other applicable requirements. Lawns. 1. The town is not responsible for grooming or repairing grass lawns, sod, or other roadside vegetation damaged by routine snow plowing and removal operations. 2. It should be expected that damage to roadside vegetation, lawns, etc. will likely occur during routine plowing, snow removal, and/or roadside maintenance operations. Abutters are permitted to maintain these areas as extensions of their grass lawns. However, the town is not obligated to repair or maintain them in any way, especially not to the potentially varying conditions or standards of the abutter. If the resident or property owner feels extensive amounts of lawn damage has occurred due to town-performed snow plowing or removal operations, a report can be sent to the highway department for repair consideration in the spring season. Snow plow limit markers. 1. The placement of metal rods or metal stakes of any kind, including damaging objects such as rocks and more permanent objects on town right-of-way, are strictly prohibited. The use of wood stakes greater than 3/4 of an inch in diameter or square are also prohibited. Steel and wooden stakes can penetrate when struck, or they can become dangerous projectiles for these reasons are therefore prohibited. 2. Residents may use small diameter breakaway plastic or fiberglass stakes designed for roadway demarcation and approved by the superintendent of the highway department to mark areas to aid in preventing snowplow removal or damage. Private roads. The town has undertaken the snow removal and general repairs to some private roads under the discretion of the highway department superintendent. As a result, this winter plowing damage and mailbox policy will apply.
Thank you. We went over that last week.
Yeah.
So, what this is, people complain about their mailboxes through the winter and they don't know what the policy is, so now everybody in the world knows what the policy is, or the 8 people that are here and whoever watches it on the internet. If the snow hits your mailbox, it's on you. If the snow plow hits the mailbox, we have to take care of it. Most of them are off enough, but once in a while that happens. The grass is pretty much self-explanatory. The grass right next to the road is actually town-owned, but you can maintain it if you want. We've had, some people in town have actually taken over town property. They put fences too close to the road, so the plows can't plow the road. Near the sidewalks, the town actually owns some land on the inside of the sidewalk, not only out to the road, and there are some spots where the sidewalk goes down and there's a 3-foot piece of grass. That's town property. That's not your property, so you can't build anything on there. I just showed Elizabeth one of the, well, Jason
You can call
showed
me
you.
Brooke. You can call me Brooke.
Sorry. Brooke. I'm gonna call you Betty, so that was good.
Yeah, don't do that. I won't listen to that. I won't answer is what I should say.
Jason showed her a picture that Highway informed us of this one house. They built a stone wall and landscaping and stuff, and it's on town property. We've had people cutting wood on town property, taking the wood. We've addressed that with a letter. The police went down. I don't know where that is. It's where Jamie and we walked with Jamie. They want to make a walking park down off of Donovan Road. I don't know what the status is on that, but we're trying. Also the fences, if we don't have a fence viewer in town, so if somebody wants to be the fence viewer, come on. But the fence viewer would actually go out and see these things, hopefully as they're being built. I think it should be a policy or a bylaw where you have to stay back so many feet before you put a fence. And it's for the safety of the guys plowing the snow and doing the sidewalks. Because if you put rocks next to the road and they freeze to the ground, the plow comes by, that can not only hurt the plow, wreck the plow, but also the guy driving, if he hits something solid, plowing, they could be injured also in the truck. So that's that's the policy that it's been on the books for a couple of years. I think we should make it a bigger policy, or actually put something in the bylaw that the building inspector can enforce, whether it be on the planning board side or the town bylaw side. But we gotta stop having people take town property or take wood off of town property or anything like that. So that's where I'm at. I have one other announcement, I think. What's this, the Walker?
Oh,
We
that
have
was
more
just
than
an invitation for you guys.
Oh, for us?
Yeah, but then there's also more announcements about the
Yeah.
meeting, special town meeting, annual town meeting.
Where is that?
On the
On
back.
the agenda, the back of the agenda.
I got it. I'll read it.
Oh,
Special town meeting is Friday, June 16th, 2023, at 7 p.m. at the North Brookfield Elementary School Auditorium, and the adjourned annual town meeting is Friday, June 16th, 2023, at 7:30 p.m. at the North Brookfield Elementary School Auditorium. And I believe everything is posted. The warrants.
You're gonna sign the special town meeting warrant next Tuesday, but
Okay.
the annual town meeting warrant doesn't change. that's already been posted for a while.
Okay,
We're just voting on the budget unless somebody wants to revisit a previous vote from the first annual town meeting.
okay. So that's good. I just have one more thing, sorry. I want to thank the North Brookfield Decorating Committee, Saturday, and the fire department. Saturday, they helped me putting up the flags. Katie Bizek and her daughter Aurora, Kristen DePass and Rachel Lakovic helped put up the American flags and the POW flags down Main Street. And the fire department, there were some that I wasn't aware of down on South Main Street that they added last year, I think, kind of towards Ward Street, which is a nice fix. It'd be nice to have more flags, but they're expensive and costly. It took us 2.5 hours. I manned the ladder and the girls climbed it. They did a good job, and the town looks more patriotic because of it. So I want to thank them for doing that. And they're becoming more active than the other decorating committees from the past. They seem to have a good coordination between the girls. And I told them anytime they need, they can ask me if I can physically do it, I will. So I want to thank them again. And thank you to Joey and his guys for helping with the remainder of them. So, that's it.
Excellent.
We all set?
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.